Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 53. For the call, let's go to Atlanta, as it is my pleasure to hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. 50 years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Dante Hightower is a prototypical run-stuffing inside linebacker who has the ability to go to the edge and rush the passer. And there's no better example than when he had the strip sack against Matt Ryan in Super Bowl 51.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's letting it fly for Cook. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. With the first touchdown of Super Bowl 53. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Sony Michel, his first carry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Brady, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Escaping the pressure. It's caught at the 10. So we played a quarter here in Super Bowl 53. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they've got it here with a first down. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. but I often think this.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Hogan taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks, 50 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Charles, for the New England Patriots, one stat that you and I were looking at before the game, it's kind of interesting. When they lost in weeks 14 and 15, it's the first time they suffered back-to-back defeats in December since 2002. So I don't know that they're in trouble as they go toward the playoffs, but not playing their best football.
I think that's a great point because you have to go back to 2002 for that to happen. So their level of consistency off the charts. But you're exactly right. They are not playing their best football. And what they're always competing for is one of those opening week buys where they have to play that extra game in the playoffs. It looks like this year they may very well have to play that extra game. And if that's the case, that's not the recipe for getting to the Super Bowl for the New England Patriots. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here we go with Michelle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
4th and inches, does he get the first? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mark Barron. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Here's Brady to throw. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah. You can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness. That's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. The final shot before half for Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett as time expires in the first half. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Gostkowski with the extra point. So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
Now Michelle, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, like we always do this time of year with the holidays here and me happy for once. I want to say happy holidays to you, to your family, and to everybody out there in Madden land.
I like how you said that. Before I do go on, though, happy holidays to you, your family, and everyone out there in Madden land as well. And hope that they're safe and they're happy and successful holidays for all. But As you said, happy for once. Usually you're kind of a Grinch this time of year. What's going on?
Yeah, well, my heart grew 3 sizes this winter.
I love it. I love it. Gotta get you some new clothes to accommodate that big chest.
But enjoy the holidays, everyone. Eat, be merry, enjoy your family time. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. On the ground is Michel, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Wow. I'll tell you, he got a good spot on that one. It's 4th and 2, and he might have gotten 2 and an inch, but that's all he needed, and that'll keep the drive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Brady now on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing now is Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 53. We'll return with more after this break. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Goff on 1st down. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down, in bounds, for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A give. This is Michelle. Hustling free near the 40. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Brady goes underneath here to White. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. Brady now to throw. And this is caught by Allen. Touchdown, New England. Dwayne Allen, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett from 6 yards away. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, they'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. So glancing at these numbers, I think they tell a story of, hey, early on, he got hot, he got their attention. They've been able to hone in on him, shut him down a bit.
He certainly did get their attention, and that's the ultimate compliment for a player, that when you come out in the second half, all of a sudden there's extra guys around you, there are different coverages rolled your way. That means you've done something really well. Now it's up to him to make his own adjustment and find a way to beat the new defenses he's facing.
Might not be anyone that's run the 2-minute drill better than Tom Brady, second all-time in fourth-quarter comebacks.
And even though he's second all-time, it feels like first in all the most important comebacks. He's the right guy to have the ball in this situation.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They're running it. It's Michel going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Gall. And the pressure gets to him again. Dante Hightower in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. First throw of overtime for Brady. Allen's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And something tells me the moment of overtime won't be too big for number 12, Tom Brady.
Well, the best that have ever played have always taken big moments and treated them as little moments, right? Each play is going to be kind of the same, but they know how to rise to the occasion as well. And let's face it, Tom Brady, I think he'll enjoy playing in overtime and trying to be the guy that leads his team to victory.
Brady to throw on second down. And a dump off to White. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Brady going to throw. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And you know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.